This is a juicy topic, and I had to split this up into two parts because effectively leading and managing your team and knowing how to do so is crucial to your overall advancement as an EXP. So let me go ahead and jump right into it with part one of how to effectively and manage your team when you're serving as a tour manager, team lead, or production manager. All right, EXPs, it's Jae, your experiential marketing coach, and let's jump right into this topic of effectively leading and managing your team as a EXP. As you continue to progress in the experiential marketing industry and obtain management and team lead opportunities, you're going to have to know how to deal with various personalities and effectively bring the best out of every EXP when you're executing an event. So over my 8+ years of serving as a tour manager, I have dealt with various personalities, the good, bad, and the ugly, and I have learned a few things about effectively and efficiently managing my teams and just managing EXPs in general. So I got a lot of tips for you guys, and I couldn't squeeze it all into one video. So make sure you stay tuned next week for part 2 of this video as well. And let me go ahead and jump right into it with my top tips for ensuring that you effectively manage your team. Let's start at the bottom today with tip number 3. You have to make sure that you establish open lines of communication initially. Whether you were giving a list of the EXPs in which you'll be managing a day or two prior to the event, or whether you will be arriving on site and you are going to be managing a set of EXPs. It's important that you either send out a text prior to the event, or once you arrive on site and your EXPs arrive, that you set certain expectations for the team for the execution of that event. As a manager, it is important that you set these expectations early so that everybody on the team knows what their roles and responsibilities will be, what you expect from them, how you expect them to communicate when they're on a footprint or when they're in front of consumers, and how they should address certain issues that may occur while on site. Also, establishing open lines of communications will give your EXPs the confidence to know that they could come to you should any issues arrive while they're executing the event. I like to have different powwows and trainings prior to the start of every event when I'm on site at activation, and not only introduce myself and my team, as well as lay out all my roles and expectations. This ensures that everybody's on the same page, and if there's any questions or concerns that come up, we can get those answered prior. Second tip, as I just stated before, having those team meetings, whether it's with a co-tour manager, assistant tour manager, production manager, which may be actually executing the event with you, whether you are serving as an end market manager and you have different brand ambassadors that you'll be working with on a consistent basis, or as I stated before, you'll be coming on site. Currently, my tour, we train our EXPs the day of the event, and we meet them when we are executing the event, and we are also giving their information prior. So for me, having that team meeting, and T, when he works as the production manager, assistant tour manager, and he's working with labor, having a meeting prior to touching any assets or when we arrive on site is important because it allows us to set the tone for the overall activation and lay out our expectations of everyone during the event. And my top tip for ensuring that you learn how to effectively manage a event as a team lead tour manager, while an event is taking place, it's important that you take the time to make your rounds during the activation. Whether that is communicating, and speaking with the EXPs, making sure that they have water, that they are energized, that they are getting their allotted breaks, whether that's something you or the team lead will be managing. It's also important to walk around and make sure that you are, taking a vast visual of the footprint, that you are addressing any logistical concerns, any asset concerns, whether something is broken, whether something may not be functioning properly as a technological device, or just talking to different consumers and making sure that they are having a great and enjoyable experience. Fix my camera here. they're having an enjoyable experience, and you are getting that feedback from them and addressing any issues as they arise while on site. So as a team lead, as a tour manager, if you're going to be managing an in-market tour, a nationwide tour, effectively managing is not just these 3 tips. I'm going to provide you guys with more tips and insight in my next video. So definitely subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for those tips as well. Provide me your thoughts in the comments and let me know, how do you effectively manage your teams? What are some practices that you put in place as a manager prior to beginning any event on a day-to-day or event by event basis? I love to hear your feedback, because trust me, managing personalities is not easy. I'm gonna get into that in the next video. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Make sure you follow me on all my social media outlets: Instagram, Jae Davis EXP 101. If you haven't already, join my Facebook EXP Elite group. It's called EXP Elite on Facebook, and we discuss all things experiential marketing. And it's not just me, it's other EXPs providing their insight and feedback as well. And make sure you check out my past YouTube videos for additional resources to assist you in growing your career as an EXP. As always, you are a brand within a brand, so make sure you're representing yourself accordingly. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on future videos. Later.